E.N.D here. March of the Machine will have the dramatic conclusion of the 4-part Phyrexian story arc that began with Dominaria United and ends with Magic Forever Changed. The entire multiverse rallies together for one epic climatic battle. Elesh Norn plans to expand and bring the glory of New Phyrexia to the other planes as she prepares for invasion. Her faction has become the Machine Legion, the core of the Phyrexian armada. But what do we expect in this set? For the time being, we know very little, just some key artwork, something that already gave us some insights and opened a lot for speculations. Let's start. But first, why not? Let's have a quick look at my previous set predictions. Phyrexia all will be one. Total score 60 out of 100. What I have correctly predicted are Elesh Norn being the main protagonist of the set, more completed Planeswalkers, the return of Attraxa, the return of Poison, Realm Breaker, and no Seal Ice cards. On the other hand, I have wrongly predicted Elesh Norn becoming a Planeswalker, a mechanic that can complete your creatures, other mechanics, and the universe beyond aliens. Overall, not that bad. I think I deserve an applause. Thanks. Intro, please.
No, that's crazy. You're out of your mind. He's absolutely out of his mind.
Well, wait a minute. What exactly would this mean?
First prediction, the Phyrexian World Tree. The World Tree is the origin of all life on Kaldheim. It's what brings together all the 10 realms. These 10 realms are constantly shifting and moving around the World Tree, and when they collide, such an epic event, it's called Doomskar. Vorilek's mission on Kaldheim was to retrieve a World Tree sap and a seed so that Elesh Norn can grow her own Phyrexian World Tree. The key art of March of the Machine shows Teros, Ravnica, Kaladesh, Kamigawa, Innistrad, Kaldheim, and Dominaria characters that aren't Planeswalkers side by side, and some architecture of those planes can be seen as well. My prediction for March of the Machine is that the Phyrexians will create their own World Tree and a Doomskar event to collide and bring together many of our favorite planes, and that's what I would call all will be one. Second prediction, Avengers Assemble. If we have a closer look at another key artwork of March of the Machine, we can easily distinguish Chandra, Azika, her chariot and her 2 cats from Kaldheim, Baral from Kaladesh, Bormorimgos from Ravnica, Dina from Strixhaven, and Kairi, the Kamigawa Neon Dynasty Blue Spirit Dragon. This means that everyone in the multiverse will assemble to fight the Phyrexians. When you have a common enemy, everyone unites. Therefore, for March of the Machine, I'm predicting that what happened in Avengers Endgame, the multiverse will assemble and will be ready to fight Elesh Norn and her machine. Third prediction, Teferi's Sacrifice. March of the Machine is all about an all-out war between the Gatewatch and their allies against Elesh Norn and her Phyrexians. I'm sure it will not be an easy task. If we go back to the last planar conflict, War of the Spark, where we saw our heroes battle Nicol Bolas and his undead army to defeat once and for all Nicol Bolas and his plans to become an immortal god, Gideon, the most valor of the Gatewatch, had to sacrifice his immortal powers and himself so that Liliana could break from her contract and defeat Nicol Bolas with his own army. In March of the Machine, I'm predicting that to defeat Elesh Norn and her legion, another hero will need to sacrifice all their powers, and that hero can only be Teferi. Fourth prediction, more completed Planeswalkers. March of the Machine will feature a fierce battle between the multiverse, that is the Gatewatch, and their allies against Elesh Norn and her army, meaning that Elesh Norn need more completed Planeswalkers. Phyrexia All Will Be One gave us 5 more completed Planeswalkers, totaling 7 completed Planeswalkers that surely will be by Elesh Norn's side. For March of the Machine, I'm predicting that there will be more completed Planeswalkers, but no more completed heroes. I'm predicting that this set will feature the completed Planeswalker cards of Tybalt and Tezzeret. Fifth prediction, Attraxa Planeswalker. As we are talking about more completed Planeswalkers, I believe March of the Machine will give us a new Planeswalker, an important legendary Phyrexian creature that against all odds will ignite their spark, Attraxa. Attraxa have been for years a very popular commander, and finally Phyrexia All Will Be One gave us a new Attraxa mythic card, Attraxa the Unifier. The next natural step can be only one, ignite her spark and become a Planeswalker, and even though it's nearly impossible for a Phyrexian to ignite their Planeswalker spark, for March of the Machine I'm predicting that finally a Phyrexian will ignite their spark, and that Phyrexian can only be Attraxa. Sixth prediction, a new breed of Planeswalkers. While we are talking about Attraxa being a new Planeswalker, this war have taken away certain fan favorite and important members of the Gatewatch. No doubt that a lot of us were surprised to see Ajani, Nissa, and especially Jace joining the Dark Oil side of the Force. I am sure that this all-out war between the Multiverse and the Phyrexians will bring down more of our heroes. Therefore, for March of the Machine, I am predicting that a new breed of heroes, new Planeswalkers, familiar characters already part of Magic lore that will ignite their Planeswalker spark. Seventh prediction, the last Mirren Sword. Mirrodin and eventually New Phyrexia is synonymous with the Mirren Swords, a mega cycle of equipments that provide a +2/+2 protection from 2 colors, have a triggered ability that triggers when the sword equipped creature deals combat damage to a player and equips for 2. These have become very popular and played especially among commander players. Darksteel gave us the first 2 swords, Sword of Fire and Ice and of Light and Shadow. The Scars of Mirrodin block gave us 3 more swords, Sword of Body and Mind, of Feast and Famine, and of War and Peace. Modern Horizons gave us another 3 swords, Sword of Truth and Justice, of Sinew and Steel, and of Heart and Home. The 9th sword, Sword of Forge and Frontier, was released in Phyrexia All Will Be One. Therefore, for March of the Machine, I'm predicting that it will feature the 10th and last sword, the one that will give protection from black and blue. 8th prediction, Battle. When Attraxa the Unifier was spoiled, everyone was questioning what the heck is a battle card. For the time being, what we know is that a battle card is a new card type. Unfortunately, Phyrexia All Will Be One didn't feature any battle card, but for March of the Machine, I'm sure that this set will feature this new type of card, Battle. But what will a battle card do? For March of the Machine, I'm predicting that battle cards will be similar to dungeons, but part of your deck. A battle card will have, let's call it a victory number and an activation cost. During your turn, you can pay the activation cost at sorcery speed and choose 2 creatures, one on your side and the other from your opponent's side. If your creature is stronger than your opponent's, they will win the battle and put a victory counter on your battle card. Once your battle has counters equal or more than the victory number, they will give you an advantage. 9th prediction, Elesh Norn Betrayed. Elesh Norn is pretty much untouchable in her leadership of the Phyrexians. However, there is discord among the Praetors for the way she has started to overlook or not adhere to the previous customs and norms. She does this as a way to plan for her incoming invasion. She thinks she is above the other Praetors and also started to deem herself better than or equivalent to the father of machines, that is God. She desires that what can make her a god or god equivalent. This obviously displeases the Cenobite and Machine Legion, who sees this as going against the orthodoxies and dogma she once espoused. With all these actions having weakened Elesh Norn's support and knowing that there is no love between herself, Sheoldred and Urabrask for March of the Machine, I am predicting that someone among the Phyrexians will betray Elesh Norn and dethrone her. 10th and last prediction, not a happy ending. The set after March of the Machine is called March of the Machine Aftermath, and that title signifies a lot more than we think, so much that Wizards designed a set around it. In March of the Machine, the Gatewatch and their allies will manage to win against the Phyrexians, same as they managed to defeat the three Eldrazi Titans and Nicol Bolas, but there will be a hefty price to pay. For March of the Machine, I am predicting that the fan favorite planes and the multiverse itself as we know it today will not be the same, and that's what will be all about March of the Machine Aftermath. So these are my 10 predictions for March of the Machine. Leave me in the comments below what are your expectations and what are your predictions for this particular set, and as always don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more and more interesting videos about Magic the Gathering and the collectible world.